Welcome everyone, I'm Ricky from TechTalk, and in today's video I will provide my open, honest review of Samsung's latest flagship Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G device. So Samsung has come back again year on year with the launch of their Note series, and they haven't paused in pushing the boundaries with this latest model. So let's begin the review with the display and what we are going to be focused on all the time while we're watching our content from streaming services or enjoying social media, or if we are browsing the web to playing games with Xbox Game Pass. And it could be even used for creating notes and being productive thanks to the S Pen built in. So our display that we are going to be looking at all the time is a very large 6.9-inch Edge Quad HD+. It's a dynamic AMOLED 2X display. It offers HDR10+, which means content will have a level of detail unseen on most smartphones. Its resolution is 3088 by 1440 with a pixel density of 496 pixels per inch. It offers a 120Hz dynamic refresh rate, which is 2 times faster than most other smartphones, which means when you fly through the menus it's going to be really quick and load really fast. It will have no stutter or jolt when scrolling through. In the display it houses a front camera with an Infinity O display, so right in the centre. So coming to the body and the design of this smartphone, around the device is a beautiful Mystic Bronze body which offers subtle tones of rose gold in certain lights, and it offers a satin texture to touch. The minimal design features a metal body elevated by exquisite details and transcendent colours, and durable Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on the front, so your display is going to be really strong and sturdy. The toughest Gorilla Glass ever in a smartphone. Each Galaxy Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra 5G is complemented by a matching S Pen. Both the volume and power keys are in the same colour, but one thing to note here, there is no tactile difference, just looking from an accessibility point of view. So coming around to dimensions, it's 164.8mm in height, and its width is 77.2mm. Its thickness is 8.1, which I think is relatively a thin design thanks to the pound performance that's actually inside this device and what it can actually offer to do. Its weight is 213 grams, which I think is okay, and I haven't noticed a difference. They offer 3 different colour options depending on your geographical location. Here in the UK with Vodafone UK, you can get the Mystic Bronze. They also offer Mystic White and Mystic Black. So let's take a look at the ports and the buttons that we see on our device. So starting at the top is a SIM tray, and it offers a dual SIM option, or you can use a micro SD card for extra storage. And if you have the 512GB variant, you can get a micro SD card that pushes past 1TB of storage, which is really impressive to see. At the top, we also see a microphone. Coming down the left-hand side, there's no actual physical detail here, just a thin merging of the display and body, which will allow for 5G connectivity through the antenna system. At the bottom, you've got your S Pen to the left-hand side with a simple little push in. This comes out. You also have your speaker, you have your USB-C charging port and another microphone. Down the right-hand side, you're going to find your power button and volume keys, and as I mentioned, they're the same beautiful Mystic Bronze colour, however, no tactile differences between these. So now let's take a look at the rear camera. Mind-boggling is the best word I can use to refer to the rear camera on this device. The images are crisp and clear, offering pin-sharp detail when needed, or allowing you to zoom in and check out the time on your nearest town clock. It is simply amazing and a must-have to see and actually feel in your hands. It has a triple camera with a dual OIS, which is optical image stabilization. Your top lens is an ultra-wide camera, which is 12 megapixels in size and offers an aperture of f2.2. The middle lens is a wide-angled camera with a super speed dual pixel 108 megapixel autofocus, and again offers an aperture of f1.8, which is really amazing to see. 108 megapixels, if you think of the first generation smartphones when they first come out, it was actually 0.2 megapixel or 1.2 megapixels. So actually now to jump up to 108 is amazing, and it is just unbelievable to see and use. And as I'm talking about this, you should see some photos that we've been taking on this device. And on the bottom is your your telephoto lens, which is phase detection autofocus, 12 megapixels in size and f3.0 in aperture. So when you're taking photos and using a smartphone in the camera app, you have the ability to zoom up to 50 times super resolution zoom, which is really amazing to see. And you can see such a great distance, as you'll see from the photos we're showing you. I would recommend when doing this to maybe use a tripod if you want to get an absolute still perfect shot without any blur, because your handheld movement will actually blur the image. It does find a very clever way using the onboard systems and the software to actually take some of this stuttering or juttering out of your way. However, I would use a tripod to get that absolute pin perfect shot from 50 times zoom away. You've got pinpoint zooming with 5 times optical zooming, which is really nice option to see. Compared to the standard Note series that has 3 times, this one has 5 times. So you can go a little bit further, and again, images will look crisp and clear and very sharp. If you are a fan of slow motion and creating slow motion content, you have 960 frames per second, which is really amazing, and I've had some fun taking some shots, and you should see them as well. So when it comes to video recording, this is where Samsung are stepping up the game and improving it and making it even more enjoyable, and actually giving you a pro camera design that offers the ability to record video at 8K, not 4K, but 8K, which is amazing to see at 24 frames per second. You can record 4K at 60 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second, or 60 frames per second, depending on you. So when it comes to the front-facing camera, you can also record at 4K, which is really nice. So 4K front-facing and 4K rear-facing. Really nice improvements to see here from Samsung. And actually an overall just great performance for taking photos. The colours look crisp and sharp. They're quite bright, and in their bloom, as you know from Samsung, they sort of highlight the tones of colours on photos, but otherwise it looks really nice, and I've really enjoyed my time with this device. So coming around to the front-facing camera, which is in your Infinity O display, is a dual pixel 10 megapixel autofocus, f2.2 in aperture. And again, it takes really nice crisp clear selfies, and you can get wide shot in there so everyone can get involved. Or if you want to take a selfie in front of a memorable object or somewhere quite famous, you'll be able to see yourself and that object as well in the shots, which is really good. Coming around to the camera application, the camera application is smooth. It's from Samsung, as you know, works really well, robust, loads of different modes and options to choose from, and you can download different options, and also you can use third-party applications to edit your photos afterwards, or use Samsung's built-in editing suite. So moving on to power and performance and what's actually inside our device. So I have 256 gigabytes of internal storage. You can use up to 1 terabyte of micro SD card storage if you want to. Of course, recording 8K footage will take up your storage very, very quickly, so recommended getting a micro SD card if you use that. We have 12 gigabytes of RAM, which is unbelievable. Again, considering what's on the market, what they offer compared to Samsung here, that's really good to see. Its CPU, so its processor, is the Exynos 990 version here in the UK, and that's a 7nm size. Obviously in the US, they're using the Snapdragon processor. The Exynos 990 one here in the UK is a 5G chipset, so the 5G network will work. It has an optical processor with varying speeds between 2 GHz and 2.7 GHz, and this depends on what you're doing and the task you've asked your device to do. But again, everything I've thrown at it, it has worked really well. Haven't had any interruptions or any stutters or any sort of app stops or apps just not responding back to me. It's just worked really well, which is good. Its GPU is from Mali G77 MP11. Again, that is for outside of the US, because in the US they have a different version, but we have this version here in the UK and throughout the rest of Europe. So as I have mentioned in previous sections, you can use a micro SD card for extra storage if you so wish to. It has an IP68 water and dust resistance. That's really good if you accidentally sort of drop it into the toilet or when you're going out for a walk. Now here in the UK, it's absolutely coming down with rain. It's horrible. We're turning into very autumn weather now. So it's really nice to have that option there of an IP68 water and dust resistant. Its battery is very impressive. A 4,500 mAh battery with super fast charging, fast wireless charging, which is sold separately. And also you have the wireless power share. So with wireless power share, you could charge someone else's phone for them. You could also charge an iPhone. As you know, the battery is not so good on an iPhone. You can charge your Galaxy Buds, you can charge your Samsung Watch. It even works with the Huawei Watch as well. So there's different options that you can choose there. So when it comes to the super fast charging, you can get 50% in just 30 minutes. And we got that just over 32 minutes, which was really impressive. So let's take a look at gaming now. So I want to play a couple of games for you and show you the gaming aspect of this device, because it has the power and performance inside, as I've just gone through. It has a beautiful, massive AMOLED display, 6.9 inches. So it's really enjoyable to watch. So moving on to the S Pen, which comes with your Note series from Samsung and has changed the way you use a device. So you might be a bit more proactive and create a note for on the go. You could create a shopping list. It has the new feature now where it will turn that into text for you. And of course, if you have other Samsung devices, you can quickly send this over. And again, you can save it to OneNote in the new feature with Microsoft systems. The S Pen does work with Microsoft Office, which is really helpful as well. So the S Pen, the feel of a real pen, the power so much more. S Pen offers groundbreaking low latency to provide an incredibly realistic pen experience, packed with the versatility of Bluetooth, gesture control and so much more. It's Galaxy's most powerful pen. That's very true. So you can do air gestures as well as taking a photograph with the S Pen if you don't want to sort of that hard way you're trying to all fit in the selfie but you've got your arm in the way. There's so many little bits you can do. So as I mentioned, you can do offhand track scribbles and it will convert it to handwriting text for you. So with a tap of the S Pen, your handwriting corrects itself if you're writing an angle, keeping your notes legible and organised. It can even transform them into text, so you can copy and paste them and export the notes as a PDF or a Word file for easy sharing. That's really important as well, because you just want to work so simply, very quickly, but it's just a quick scribble, but then again you can share that in a document if you so want to after these couple of little changes. What I've noticed with accessibility is that you have the option to make accessible options available to you. So you have the option to magnify, where you could hold the S Pen over your device and you have the ability to magnify and see what was on your device without actually touching your device. You could launch transcribe if you wanted to. So transcribe will dictate everything you're saying, or it will be even better when in a meeting and you have multiple people saying different things at once, and it will all be transcribed to you to text again, which could be then copied over to Word, and then your minutes from that meeting is already created for you. So coming around to my personal review, it's a beautiful device which houses the top level specs that we expect from Samsung. However, sprinkled with extras, the ability to record 8K video is simply amazing, and we didn't think that would be available yet on smartphones. However, Samsung have pushed the boundaries, as I said right at the beginning, adding in these extras that just make us enjoy our smartphones more. We can create more, we can be more creative remotely, which is really important at the moment, as we're not able to maybe use our big camera equipment to record 8K footage, but however, you can do this on a smartphone. You can edit it as well with Samsung's editing suite and share this on YouTube, or you can share to directors, or you can share to content creators, and the ability there is just amazing to see. So paired with all the features, settings and options you get in the camera, as well as the power and performance, one other note that I just want to talk about is the accessibility side. As you know, being a visually impaired content creator, I have to change and adjust the settings so I can see them. Samsung have sort of surpassed themselves again and has become one of the top options for accessibility options and settings you'll find on their smartphone. Right from the beginning, when you go through the setup stage, to when you're actually using your device, there are accessible features and settings you can use to change and adjust depending on you. Honestly, it's such a good thing to see, and well done for Samsung. Please make sure to go and check out my accessibility video where I go into great length of detail on the features and options that are on here to just make this device more accessible to you no matter your ability. One other highlighting note with this device is from Xbox, as it offers the Xbox Game Pass as well as the xCloud service from Xbox, where you're able to play your Xbox One games and Xbox One X games through your smartphone, which is amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Samsung have to offer for this in the near future. So there are accessories that can actually hold your device while using a controller from Xbox or Microsoft, which works great, and obviously the power and ability of 5G. So the phone made to game, designed to work with Xbox Game Pass with minimal latency, with an upgraded cooling system and intelligent processor with the enabled 5G, allows the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra will give you the real-time competitive edge you need whatever the game. And this is really nice to see that they have paired up with Xbox using accessories where you can connect your controller and just enjoy your gaming experience through Xbox games, the Xbox Game Pass and the xCloud service from Microsoft. You can just enjoy next level games on your smartphone, and the screen makes them look absolutely stunning and pinpoint accurate. Like I said, with 5G as well, it takes away that latency and it will give you the cutting edge ability to be the next level of the player you want to be. So coming around to pricing and availability, it's available from Vodafone here in the UK. The only option that they offer is the Mystic Bronze, which is a starting price of £65 per month with a £29 upfront fee. I will add Vodafone UK's link into the description so you can go and read through further details. I will also add in Samsung UK's personal link so you're able to go and find out further information about the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 range of devices, and you can make your own choice. So as this is a 5G device, it is powered by the Vodafone 5G network and it becomes a norm now. 5G is so normal to see now on devices. New launches of devices are 5G compatible. Even the new iPhones now are all 5G. So 5G is becoming readily available, but however, it's not completely across the UK. So with what's going on in the world at the moment, sadly, I can't go out testing the 5G networks in different areas just because it's not safe for me and safe for other people. However, I know the Vodafone 5G network is strong and stable. All that's left to say is thank you for watching my open and honest review. I hope this video has helped you to make your mind up if you are choosing to buy a new Galaxy Note series. And please let me know in the comments. It's always great to hear from you. While you're there, please give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all of my latest videos. From me, Ricky, thank you always for watching. Make sure you stay safe, stay well, and bye for now.